What is going on, YouTube? We are back. It is Monday, 21st. I believe it is President's Day today. So it's a holiday. Um, and we're ready to roll. I'm coming off a weekend where I didn't post any YouTube plays on Saturday. We were on the road this weekend. And this time of year just gets absolutely bonkers with stuff. So obviously, we'll still have all my stuff rolling to do it earlier in the day. So yeah, we're coming off of a nice under winner. We're now 2-0 to the unders with our Chattanooga one winning the week before or the night before, and then Kent State, Ohio going way under. Kent State, man, they're legit. They keep showing that they're one of the best teams in this conference, and one of the few teams that plays legitimate defense. And they held Ohio 0 for their first 14 shots from the field, 15 points at halftime. It almost got sweaty late with Ohio pushing and trying to keep it close, but the flashes were too much, and Kent State came through, had that money line as well, which was nice. So, yeah, good win there. Good good cash. Now we're gonna head into Monday and have one play for you guys today. And this is a team I used to back last year a lot, but I haven't backed it much this year. I haven't been a huge fan of them this year. There we go. That was a tongue twister. But I do like this spot today, and I do like the value we're getting on this line. So, yeah, we're going with the Citadel Bulldogs. We're going to go with them team total over 74.5. And I just think this number's too low. I think that we're getting a value number here after their last two games. They played Wofford, and they played Wofford. They played Greensboro, and they played East Tennessee State. And all of those, they were held under this number. But it's not like they're getting blown out besides UNCG. But they played UNCG fast. That's very hard to do. UNCG scored 86 points. Citadel still scored 66 on probably the best defense in this conference. I would say UNCG is up there with Furman. And the Citadel just run. They're really not that efficient on offense. One of the crazier stats that I saw was the Citadel is 209 in adjusted offense in the country, but they play at the 23rd fastest tempo. And when you look into all the numbers there, they still score 78 points a game, and they're under 200 in efficiency. So it just shows you that they don't have to be as efficient to score points. This game is going to be fast. They're playing Samford tonight on the road. First matchup with these guys was unreal. 107-93. Citadel did win that at home. And just looking into that number, we saw them into the 70s possessions. Shot lights out from three, both teams, 41% for Samford, 51% for the Citadel. But free throws were 60%. So there was a lot of points still left on the board. 33 total fouls, like nothing too crazy. But the three-point line was definitely the biggest aspect in that game. And I want to talk a little bit about that too as well. So they ranked 268. This is the Samford. They ranked 268 in three-point percentage defense. And the Citadel actually ranked 73rd, shooting 36% as a team from deep. And one of the guys on this roster that you're going to have to look out for if you're back in the Citadel here is Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown is an absolute beast, man. Forward, senior, I believe it's a fifth-year senior if I remember correctly. In that first game, he went 13 for 18 from the field, 3 for 6 from deep, 35 and 11 in that first game. You could just tell there was no one really there to match up with him on the Samford side. He was definitely the best player on the court, and I expect that to stay the same. Like I said, the Citadel are coming off two slower-paced games here with Wofford, with that Wofford matchup, who usually plays fast. But when you have that, you also mix in a UNC Greensboro. They also scored only 67 against East Tennessee State. It definitely provides you a little bit of value as the books are seeing them slow down a little bit. But with Samford, just looking at their past matchups here, Samford plays to the pace of the team they're playing against, right? They rank 55 in the country in pace, but we've seen them play Greensboro. It was 86-66 for the Citadel. They played Greensboro. It was 55-49. Wofford, they played 65-60. But when they play faster-paced teams like your VMIs, 100-99. They played the Citadel, 107-93. Even a slow-paced Chattanooga team, 80-72, because they were pressing mostly in that game. But you see it. VMI's first game against them was 99-80. Eastern Tennessee State, first game, 88-85. Right? And it all just comes down to this team will run to the same pace as the team they're playing against, right? And what better team to go against here than the Citadel, 25 in the country in pace. I think these possessions are short. I think they're quick. I think we see a ton of threes. And the Citadel not being efficient doesn't really bother me that much. If Samford was slower and played at a slower pace, I would be a little bit concerned. But you're getting probably, if we're going off of the first matchup, about 71, 72 possessions in this game. Could see faster, to be honest. But there's just so many aspects that are pushing me towards going to the Citadel side. Samford is an 8-point favorite in this game. I think that might be a little bit too high. The Citadel do shoot the ball extremely well. And I just don't really see a reason to see anything different in the second game. Obviously, I don't expect them to shoot 51%. I don't expect them to score 42 points on three-pointers. But they don't stop the three against anybody. It's not like it's just the Citadel. They give up three-point shots, right? That's kind of their MO. Yeah, there's really just not much more else I can say besides the Citadel being able to shoot threes in this game. I think Hayden Brown goes for another 20-piece at least. And the Citadel actually ranks 335 in defensive points allowed themselves at 77 points per game. So I think that actually helps here because I think that Samford's going to be able to score on them. I think the over is a good look here. I just think that the 8 points of value that I'm getting on the team total for Citadel is a little bit too much. 74.5 is very nice. I think that's more than fair here. Like I said, the last three home games, we had two teams that play slow in Wofford and Greensboro, and then we say one team that plays fast. And the one team that plays fast, it was 199 points scored in that game, guys. So a team that shoots threes very well, VMI, I know them very well. Citadel is going to try to do the same thing. Obviously, they're not as good, but I think we're giving Samford a little bit too much credit in this line. They are fourth in the conference, but I don't see a reason why the Citadel can't score on these guys in this environment, in this speed. This game is going to be so much fun to watch. And I'm very, very excited to watch this one. I think the Citadel are going to come through for us here. Like I said, I backed them a ton last year, but staying away a little bit this year early on. But now they're starting to come into that Citadel form of just run and gun. They played VMI into a very, very fun-paced game there and played them very well. And I think the Citadel can do the same thing here against Samford. So thank you guys so much. 1.5 unit play on the Citadel team total over 74.5. I do lean the over for the full game as well. And also kind of lean that Citadel plus 7.5, plus 8 that I'm seeing places. I think that they're going to be able to keep this one close. I'm just not as impressed with Samford as many people are. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow. Have another couple free plays out. Tuesday's a massive slate, so I'm very excited for that one. Might have a couple extra ones posted for that one. So thank you guys so much. We will talk tomorrow. Peace.